We're here with Nathan Ferguson, a chemist, who used to manufacture HFCS for, well, let's keep them unnamed soda company. Nathan, thanks for being here.
Thanks, Sam. And thanks to Truth About You for bringing light to the dangers of HFCS.
So tell us, how does corn become an artificial sweetener?
It's an intricate process that involves transforming cornstarch into a thick, clear liquid. It was a process that was first developed by the Japanese in the 1970s.
And it should be interesting to note that the Japanese haven't exactly embraced HFCS like Americans.
Oh yeah. In fact, the Japanese never intended it to replace sugar altogether. I'd say it's because they knew better. Don't touch me. And the worst part about it is that it's highly refined. So that means they can use genetically modified corn, sometimes with mold or bacteria still growing on it. And many times you'll still have harmful byproducts left after processing.
Something like that?
Pretty disgusting, huh?
And since HFCS is so casually mixed into nearly everything in our diet, we never know the dangers of what we're consuming.
But the worst part about it is it's just not natural. Even though a manufacturer will claim a product is natural, even though it contains HFCS, which is simply absurd.
Yeah, otherwise why would they need a chemist with experience in subatomic metamorphisms to produce something that's natural?
Exactly.
If you're skeptical about the all-wielding power of Homeland Security, just take a look at Executive Order 13286. Just Google it, it'll pop right up. Oh, look what we have here. Wow. Okay, what this order has done is shifted power from hundreds of departments into one, Homeland Security. It says Attorney General is now Homeland Security. FEMA is now Homeland Security. Secretary of Transportation is now Homeland Security. Even the Secretary of the Treasury is now Homeland Security. Why would the President want Homeland Security to have absolute power over every government department? Well, guess who was given the exclusive responsibility of appointing all 30 key members of Homeland Security? That's right, the President. So where exactly does your money go after the IRS takes it? Well, after being deposited to the Federal Reserve, it's then forwarded to an international bank account called Quad Zero, and it's from there that our refund money is distributed. But after all the refund checks have been sent out, the remaining money is transferred to the IMF and is then redistributed amongst all the countries of the world, including the US, in the form of loans.
So you're telling me that the money I pay as a proud taxpayer goes to funding loans all across the world?
Yeah.
So who's funding the government?
Well, the US is funding itself with loans from the IMF, just like everyone else. But worse, the money we pay goes to support global banking and not the US government, and certainly not honest, hardworking, tax-paying Americans like ourselves.
So my money is funding a one world bank?
A one world bank set up by the UN.
So if we have a one world bank, and that bank is just owned by the UN, then the UN is like a one world government?
In many ways, yes.
That's unsettling. Why hasn't someone tried to change this?